All right. So I think such a great session for both, the breakout rooms. I just want to get some takeaways. So Deep, do you want to go first with the takeaways?
So just that might sound more like minutes of a meeting.
No, just
Than
share
a,
how it went. First of all, how was the
yeah, sure.
experience? If you could
It
share the
was
experience
amazing.
first.
Yeah, I will start with that so that I don't sound very mechanical. It was amazing. I think it just gave everybody a lot of confidence. A lot of things that we thought were possibly corroborated with what our mentors said. Opened up a few more, I think, brain neuron connections. Hearing all that everybody had to say. Sometimes you know things, but then hearing from the leaders is where you get the confidence. Yes, this is absolutely the way direction we need to take. Get on with things, and here's how. Here's the map. Here's the mental map of it, and just so then what's as a mentee, what's left to do is just take action, which I think was a great part of how today went. So we got a lot of pointers on what all of us need to do possibly. We all have our checklists, whether they're on pen and paper or whether they're on iPads as it goes for each. But I think we came out with a lot of thoughts, all of us.
Very nice.
So that's yeah.
Is there anybody else on room one which want to add? I know Nandi, you were sharing some really great insight. Do you want to share with the whole group what your aha moment was?
Yeah, so it was something that Hash said, and I can just read it. He said that when things aren't working out, it means that you're not operating at the highest level. And I think that really triggered something in me because it made me realize that I need to do some introspection and like just figure out like what I want and what I can do and what I can do better and what didn't work, but like not focusing on the past, but towards the future. So doing some introspection to help me figure out what to do next.
Very nice. Very nice. Arushi, were you in room one as well?
Yes, I was. Honestly, it was fantastic just to hear from everyone's experiences, and then just the fantastic advice that they gave us in terms of like something that I'm not very confident about is my hard skills. And they did emphasize like hard skills are important, but it's beyond that. And there's a lot more that you can offer as well. So, and then just sharing other resources and how we can build our skills and kind of expand on the knowledge that we have. So it was really great. And again, thank you to the speakers that were in our room, or the mentors that were in our room. It was really great hearing from them.
Wonderful. All right, so let's go to room two. Robindeep, are you going to summarize?
Yes, indeed, I'm going to summarize. So before I start off, let me thank you to all our mentors, Ellie, Maria, and Wendy. We have discussed a lot of things. Let me show you the crux of it. We talked about the volunteership. Importance of volunteership is very pertinent. If you are a student, before starting an internship officially, you can go for the volunteer opportunities. We have discussed about that. You do not have to know every skill. If you are able to do like 50% of the skills, then you should go and apply it on to the project, and you should go and apply it to the company. Apart from that, we have also discussed that if you are a people person, for example, like I have shared my problem that I wanted to go into the a role where I can show some leadership skills, where I can talk upfront, where I can share my ideas. Maybe I'm not very good at the hard skills, so they openly discuss this thing that rather than spending 10 years in the coding, you should work on your people skill and optimize this skill and further in your company. And apart from that, we also discussed a little bit about the difference between AI and cybersecurity, and what is the main difference between that, because one of the candidate was eager to know about the differences. So this was all.
Very nice. And Sabrina, just quick, anything you want to add to what you've heard so far? What's your takeaway?
Yeah, so I think I echo what everyone is saying, but one thing that kind of also resonated with me was the advice to kind of take ownership of how we want to shape our own careers. We are kind of like our own heroes and kind of carving out our own path. And one of the advice was to kind of go out there, meet more people, go to these conferences. And that's actually how I got to know about this organization and this mentorship event, was because I participated in the AI brunch a couple of weeks ago in New York at NFT NYC. So it really does work.
right.
It really does. Yeah, it really does work. It really does help. And so I encourage anyone to kind of just reach out and get out there to like meet more people in the space.
That's absolutely right. What a great advice and great learning, truly. Suchishmita, what was your takeaway?
So yeah, my problem was like I have 10 years of experience and then I have a 5 years of gap. So when I go to the job market now and I want to build up on my previous experience, the recruiters are backing off while they hear just about the year gap. They are not been looking at the experience that I hold or my technical expertise. So the mentor teams, their advice was, don't even think about those companies which do not value the time that you have spent already in the experience, and don't that is a good advice that I get from this. So there are
Nice.
several things, yeah, that can take my expertise, and that will look beyond the year gap that I have.
Wonderful. Cole, are you at a place where you can speak?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So one thing that really resonated with me from our group is we were just talking about the onboarding and the talent acquisition side when it comes to women leaders in tech. And honestly, I think what was said could apply just across the board when it comes to talent acquisition. We are in a progressive, especially because of the pandemic, we are in a progressive season where everything is not looking like what it used to. You see maybe multiple gaps or huge gaps in tenure. That used to be a huge priority when it comes to HR or people looking for new talent. But that's changed. Because that can definitely be pivoted into a positive of like, look at this variety of, or this grand scheme of talent or skills or experience that I developed. And so that resonated with me because before I was a data analytics community manager, I was a recruiter for the same thing. And so I agree, like, things have changed, but also I think on the flip end, and this might resonate with people who are on the call, there's so much change that needs to be done as well. There's so much more to do. But that's the part that really resonated with me when we were talking in our groups.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
just wanted to add one more line because we are ending this conversation. We also discussed about one more thing, that if company is investing in us, we have to prove them that we are the right choice.
Very nice. Very nice. And Sylvia, do you want to add anything to this?
Yes. So take away from everything else that was already shared for me, especially with my years of tenure in the workforce, is don't minimize your experiences and what you bring to the table, but also noting from the responses from the mentors that were in our session is that there won't be necessarily a mold for everyone, right, to fit into. So what I bring to the table is going to be important as well, and how I spin it as well. Maybe not necessarily, me being in the tech industry for so long, but what those skill sets can definitely be used for in a different industry, a different role going forward. And then pick an area that maybe I want to go ahead and specialize in a little bit more to continue on in my journey. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
I'm so glad that mentees got something out of it. I think that's what the goal was for the mentors are here to make sure that they can be here to help. I know, Harsh, thank you so much. And nice, I don't know if you're around. Do you want to take a quick picture before Harsh? Do you want to take a quick picture so we all can smile for the picture?